Hey guys, and welcome to Yuletide and Regicide, where I, for one, do not know whether if I'm driving the motorcycle or riding in the sidecar. But we have arrived at the scene with my companion, partner, and what the hell is the CIA doing here? Stop right there. I'm Delar B. Murder, freelance journalist. Terrific last name. CIA agent? What? This is a CIA investigation? Damn, just shut up straight through the FBI and, local police, huh? Anyways, yeah, this is a CIA investigation. We don't usually take orders from the press or even allow them around. How did you know to come here? Oh, because this lady knows, okay? She knows whenever there's a case, alright? I have my sources. My Ouija board and crystal ball ley lines, tarot cards, reading tea leaf. What the how many goddamn sources? Bloody hell. The phases of the moon were, oh, even one more, were quite preposterous. That's how I knew something heinous was afoot. Of course. A typical journalist ruse. Who do you even write for? Wait, out of all that you got journalist? I told you, I'm a freelance, the highest bidder. Who the fuck bidded this person here? Uh-huh. And the corpse in the sidecar? Oh, that's not a corpse. That's her partner, hell yeah. Partner in freelance journalism? Well, he's a detective. Wait, what? Really? This is all because of journalism? But the skeleton... Who the fuck is a skeleton? We are multitasking. He gets crime solved, die, get the news, everybody wins. I can't help noticing he's a skeleton. The dead the dead don't solve crimes. Yeah, well, they also don't tell tales, so... What are you gonna do about it, Mr. CIA agent? He's just resting, well noticed. The dead totally solve. Yeah, it's the tales that they don't do. Well, the undead at least it takes a bit of reanimation. Huh? What type of answer is that? The dead tend to be a bit more lethargic. I just need to find my necromancing amulet. Oh wait, yeah, of course you're also a necromancer. Great. Abracadabra. Deborah the Cadabra. Hocus pocus. Dude focus. What did I miss? Dell, just the ride over the ice and the tundra, a high-speed reindeer chase and a few fights with polar bears, but we're here now. This guy's such a deep sleeper, I am so jealous. Up north? The utmost, and this guy doesn't think you can handle crimes. Hey, I could pull off any heist. Wait, we're not talking about heist here. Why are you incriminating yourself? Murder, smuggling, counterfeiting, jaywalk. Hey! Loitering. Oh, even loitering. Breaking and entering, you name it. We're not talking about heist, Skelly, okay? No, he meant investigation, crimes. He's from the CIA. Ah, I see. Well, as far as crimes go, I can investigate. And I can investigate. Oh, of course, you need to at least do some crimes to be able to be a great investigator, my guys. You know, like that's the number one tip for being a detective and an investigator. You need to at least do some crimes. High profile crimes and get away with it before you can actually be a great detective, you know? That's how all the good ones start up, my guys, okay? A true connoisseur must be familiar with both sides of the cookie to know just how it crumbles. But well, you're CIA, I'm sure you know what you mean. We dabble. Oh, you do more than dabble, good sir. You especially. I'm not saying the CIA, but I'm pretty sure you especially do more than just dabble, okay? Tapping CIA communications for GC scoops finally paid off. Sense has been murdered, huh? Hey, you can't listen to our comms, that's illegal. Oh, now you care what's illegal. Oh wait, no. Let's go with North Pole is international waters. Haha. The water's just frozen. Wait, what? Yep, no laws apply. You can't stop my partner from taking a look at the crime scene. Yeah, or admitting to crimes that we may or may have not have done, okay? Alright, CIA agent, okay? If there are no laws here, then surely there's no crime to look at either, right? Of course, you know, but we're just here for the love of the game, alright? Unlike you, CIA agent, that is here to conduct more crimes. Crime or not, we want to check out the dead guy. Oh, more importantly, there's a dead guy here. Okay, CIA agent? Who doesn't like to look at a dead guy once in a while? Santa Claus, the king of Christmas. I need to solve this case. It'll look great in my criminal portfolio. The one about solved cases, I mean, from my detective agency. Oh, okay, it's a great thing that you cleared that up there. Here's my card if you need a freelancer. Scolbert Scully McSkullface. New York's #2 undead private eye. What about Private Skull? That's a missed opportunity. Eyes not included, privacy not guaranteed. Here's mine. Oh, so we're swapping cars now. Cool. Agent Redacted Christmas Intelligence Agency? Don't call us, we'll call you. Oh, typical. Oh, and here's my card. The Hangman. Oh, I just handed him a tarot card. The Hangman. Yes, since we're all swapping cards. From my tarot deck. May that be your fortune for the day. Thank you. You're very welcome. Now that we're all friends, let us check out the crime scene. We would never compromise or tamper with any evidence. Are you sure about that, Scully? Never again. We've absolutely stopped doing that. Trust me, you'll get rid of us faster if you just let us take a look around. Okay, fine. We're almost done here anyway. Wait, seriously? You're almost done covering up everything you did? And also, making it look like Santa's accident was done by the elves? Cool. Oh wait, maybe Mrs. Claus done it. Holy shit, CIA agent is totally framing up things here. Oh, you solved the crime? No, but one can only do so much. The body's in the throne room, knock yourself out. Santa Claus has a throne room? What the fuck type of Christmas, holiday cheers going on here? Holy hell, that's one dead Santa Claus. And why does he have such giant candy canes? Who in the hell's giving him such giant fucking candy canes and sharpening them? Well, you're the detective. Want to do the honors and investigate? Inspect the body, inspect the shoe. You know what? That shoe does look a bit mysterious. There's some dirt on his shoe. It looks like moss. That stuff grows here in the Arctic. It implies in places that are not covered in snow. Maybe we can track Santa's movements based on that. I've heard that's something that detectives do. Scully, aren't you supposed to be the detective? Right. Keep an eye out for the moss clues. I've already inspected the shoe. Let's go with the body. Impaled by a candy cane through the heart. One of the worst ways to die. Not exactly. All that syrup suddenly entering his bloodstream probably gave him quite the sugar high. He must have been so out of it that he barely felt pain in the last moments of his life. Scully, that's not how sugar highs work, okay? That's not how... Oh. I guess or blood circulation, but... You know, Scully might know more than me, I think. Wait, now you think? Huh? Don't the elves make these candy canes for the usual Christmas needs and purposes? Probably we should talk to those guys. Hey, what's that on Santa's face? Huh? There's something on his face? Oh, so those aren't his eyes. Santa Cola. Wait, they make their own cola here? 2 soda bottle caps, placed on his eyes. Santa was well-known soda mannequin. One of the world's biggest beverage influencers. Did someone have a problem with the soda connections and killed him because of that? Perhaps. Are the bottle caps a threat or the killer's calling card? Let's expect the footprints. There are prints on the floor. Wait, maybe it was an elf making it look like it was a reindeer. But not from shoe or human feet. They look more like hooves. Scully's onto something here. The reindeer have hooves. I don't know of any other hoof creature around here. Yep, neither do I. At the moment, I would say a giraffe, but who the fuck brings a giraffe to the North Pole? I'm not an expert on reindeer prints, but we better check these beasts out. We got the footprints, we got the shoes, I think we already got the body. Yeah, let's go interrogate the elves. So, this is where Christmas magic happens, eh? Gonna totally ignore the reindeer for now, I guess. Busy making confectionery... Confectionery? How convenient. I see you are making the candy canes here, Mr. Elf. Yes, I am. It's one of the many artisanal products we make around here. It's a Christmas classic. Sharp and deadly, you know how to wield that thing pretty well, I assume? Wait, they come pre-sharpened? Who the hell's doling them out then? It's not supposed to be sharp. Oh. Oh. And sure, there's diabetes, heart disease, tooth decay, but it's not deadly if you eat in moderation. I see you're... already asked that. How's the work around here, huh? You seem to be carving wooden toys. That's pretty old school. Times are a bit tough for artisanal craftsmen everywhere, I think. Don't sugarcoat it. Wooden toy cars haven't been relevant in about a century. I've spent days on this fully functioning excavator with wooden gears and all the mechanics, but does anyone actually want one? No, the kids want game consoles and electronic gadgets. We don't have the training for that. You'd think that all year you would like at least get some training, right? What the hell has Santa been doing all this time? Look at this smartphone. I'm trying to get working. That's way too many small parts. Don't you guys like have small hands? And also can build a marvelous... Where the hell is Santa's magic at, my guys? Don't you like at least have a little bit of that? Sure, we elves have tiny hands, but not as tiny as some poor kids in their sweatshops. That's why they have them made overseas. It's that certain malnourished je ne sais quoi. Why haven't y'all been outsourcing any of this shit to China by now? Like, seriously, isn't that like the smarter move right about now? Or these days? We've been watching how those kids do it. It's part of our job to watch children everywhere. That's not creepy at all. They're really good at that stuff. You haven't learned any tricks from them? Or, considered not using wood? Where are they even getting the trees from anyways? What the fuck? These elves are not putting the magic into Christmas, I could tell you at least that. Wood all the way, we have our artisanal pride. It's not easy competing with them. There has been talk about sourcing production somewhere to the Southeast Asia. So you guys might lose your jobs. Interesting. Because that's not weird at all. Sure, sometimes it's a bit questionable. Huh? Technically, I think we're breaking a few surveillance and data collections laws. Lucky there's huge tech lobbies siding with Santa, backed by the biggest corporations and richest people on the planet. Oh, cool. Great. With their help, there's still enough loopholes for us to do what we do. I only signed up to make wooden toys, but Santa made us part of his morally suspect espionage enterprise. Did you guys try to negotiate better work conditions? You guys should unionize. I'm in the New York Undead Detectives Union. Wait, they actually have a union? And we have a great... And you guys get dental? We talked about it, sure. One of us elves was getting organized to make sure we keep our artisanal jobs even when customer needs required nothing of the sort. It's about time someone stood up to modernity, but that word, inefficiency. Can we talk to him? He kind of disappeared after that. Also, Santa Claus doesn't like unions. Wait, the elves totally did this. Wait, maybe it's a combined effort of the elves and the reindeer. That put it into our organized endeavors. Were labor unions not appreciated around here? After Santa signed a deal with Big Soda, he started praising capitalism. He called trade unions a communist plot. Isn't giving free gifts to everyone a bit like communism? That was a big part of his brand, right? The cognitive dissonance was promptly ignored, and the gift distribution didn't work like that exactly. Wait, really? What were the kids giving you then? What the fuck? How come someone just Oh, we're just gonna ignore all that. Oh, okay, cool. Great. You guys are famously spying on everyone. Didn't anyone see what happened to the unit elf? Your cameras just suddenly turned off? It was definitely Sienna that killed the elf. Yeah, the footage was weirdly missing. Wouldn't your list of naughty deeds include most murder cases? There's a huge amount of data of every naughty act in the archives. The CIA is looking into it, but it will surely take some time to go through it all. I'll show them how professionals do it. Oh, I know. We, Scully, we. Let's go to the surveillance center. I'm about done around here. What the hell's up with that teddy bear's huge eyes? I just now noticed. At ease, agent. Are those the famous naughty list? Maybe. Who are you? I'm a detective, she's a journalist. We like a snoop around. Your colleague said we could investigate. We're friends now. Found anyone naughty enough to kill Santa? Not quite. I'm going through the list. Wait, are you gonna check it twice? How's the data looking? Oh, it's marvelous. They've got everyone's actions listed here. You sound a little bit too excited there. We can do so much with this data to solve the murder. It was probably someone naughty who did it. That's what we figured, and the CIA wouldn't want the files for any other reason. Oh no, just to catch the murderer. We're nice like that. I'm not so sure about that. Just don't look us up on the nice list. I'm still using it, but we're totally there. Huh? I thought he was going through the naughty list. Let's talk about potential suspects. There must be a lot of names on the naughty files. Yeah, millions of people. That's a lot of suspects who potentially wanted Santa out of the way to clean their record. But most of them are nowhere near the North Pole. They couldn't get up close and personal with a sharpened candy cane. True, we should focus on the locals. Is there anyone else we could talk to? Well, there's the grief-stricken Mrs. Claus and the reindeer in the stables. Yeah, but the reindeer don't talk. Wait, they don't? They do around here, apparently. I gotta see this. Let's hit the stables, I guess. Hooray, talking reindeer. Salutations, noble animals. We heard you reindeer can talk. We can, but Blitzen and Plotzen are a bit shy around strangers. Dell, there's a big old patch of moss growing around here, with hoof prints next to it. Have you been eating this moss? Yeah, let's ask that. You guys liking that lichen? Liking lichen? Yep, it's pretty much the only thing we eat around here. Would one of you maybe have gotten some on your hooves and smeared it somewhere else? Don't know, it could happen. Could happen to Santa and the elves too. Right, what would they want with moss? Work conditions. Well, the work is rough, only for one night each year when we have to fly around delivering presents. Otherwise, it's pretty chill eating moss and taking it easy. How is it even physically possible to visit all those kids in one night? Wouldn't it require going faster than light and bending all the laws in time and space? Sure, but we have the technology, the quantum entanglement wormhole tunneling relative energy string time alternator. Ah, that word right there. I'm just not even going to attempt that. I've no idea what that is. You know, same here, Scully. Same here. It's that gadget in the sleigh. It allows us to dash all over the place faster than a greased weasel. How does it work? I'm a reindeer, not a wormhole scientist. It just beeps and bends reality. Simple as that. Oh, here's a question I've been meaning to ask. Where'd you get the flying technology, huh? It's an interplanetary extraterrestrial contraption. Space aliens use it to power their ship and abduct cows, but it can also lift reindeer. Well then, what the fuck use are you guys? How did it end up in your sleigh? Santa took it from the alien who was naughty. All those abductions and probings put him on the naughty list. Hopefully they can fly their spaceship with coal. Let's just go let's go talk to Mrs. Claus and ignore that alien behavior here, guys. Alright. Pardon us, Mrs. Claus. We would like to ask you a couple of questions. Oh, I've already talked to the CIA, but go ahead. So, did Santa have any enemies? A Santa Claus must have natural enemies in the wild. The Grinch, Easter Bunny, Jesus, what the fuck type of enemies are these? And also, what do you mean by a Santa Claus? The holiday market can be fiercely competitive. Not that I know of. I think all holiday deities have their own operations and responsibilities. I'm sure the murder had nothing to do with that kind of rivalry. Has Santa been acting normally lately? He was his jolly old self, getting ready for the Christmas season. It was always his favorite time of the year, made him feel pretty important. No difficulties with the workforce or anything, huh? No, the elves are like our children, such joyful little creatures. You know, I would think that some of the elves were your children, but we're just gonna leave that off the table for now, okay guys? We're just gonna stick to this case right here. Are they like your... God damn it. No, but we do have the custody of them. Or I do, now that my husband's dead. We updated a whole bunch. Wait, no, we adopted a whole bunch. The North Pole laws allowed us to do that. To adopt someone and make them work for you forever. Yes, but it's not child labor. Remember, they are little old people. Enough questions. Mind if we take a look around? Feel free, investigate, officers. Close enough. Nothing there. Nothing under the pillow. What's this letter under the bed? Wait, that's a letter? I thought it was a map. Is it some kid's Christmas letter to Santa? I certainly hope not. My little Satanic Claus, how I long to see you again. I can't wait to hear your hooves approaching, to see your horn silhouette at my doorstep. Was this actually a letter to Krampus? Klampus? The other fucking old Satanic? Whoa, hot stuff alert. It's a love letter addressed to Krampus, the embodiment of Christmas evil. And signed by Mrs. Claus. What's all this about? Speak the truth, woman, or face the wrath of the undead. Oh no, skeletal threats, I cannot lie. Krampus was my first true love, my high school sweetheart. A little Krampus on the campus, huh? I ended up marrying Santa because my parents thought he was a better match for me than a horned devil. But I've always missed my little Krampy pants, and he missed me. After many years, we got in touch again. He started sending me letters, and I answered with all my passion. Passion can lead to crimes, often crimes of passion. That's why he became the symbol of the dark side of Christmas. He hated Santa. Suspicious indeed. An ex-lover with a grudge against Santa. A hooved one at that. Wait, maybe Santa did... Wait, maybe it wasn't Mrs. Claus, but it was Krampus this whole bloody time. Holy fuck, I forgot all about Krampus. Oh, you can't possibly suspect that my Crampuccino. He's just a cuddly little teddy bear when you get to know him. Let's take a closer look at those reindeer hooves to see if they even match the prints near the body. What the fuck happened here? Freeze reindeer? Well, it's pretty cold, but we try not to. What's that in the moss patch? The surface has been disturbed. We were eating the stuff. It's not decorative. Yeah, but why is there a hand sticking out of it? There's clearly something buried in there. I can't get it out. We need to dig deeper. I think I know who can help us. Let's go to the elves. Maybe they'll help. Wait, no. Maybe the reindeer could pull them out. Yeah, they can eat that stuff faster, so we'll get to the bottom of it. Better idea. No way, lady. We're on a diet before Christmas flight. It keeps us more aerodynamic. Maybe the elves can help. Remember the excavator that the elf was building? We can use that to dig this thing wide open. Right, let's go. Stick 'em up, elves. And then put them right back down because we need you to do some work. Is that excavator finished? Not quite. It had to wait. Wait, what? Wait while I struggle with the darn smartphone. Get building, guys. We need it now. Oh my, several goddesses, a dead elf. He's wearing a badge that says, ask me about trade unions. It's the missing union elf. Wouldn't that, contaminate the moss that's growing out here? Someone really didn't like organized labor. I think the other elves, why the hell would they do that? I wonder if the management was involved trying to keep the operation running smoothly. Right? Like Santa totally did this before dying. Way before dying. You mean Santa? Possibly he had the moss on his shoe, so he must have been hanging out around here. And maybe union busting a contract disagreements made the workforce angry at Santa. Angry enough to whack their boss. Maybe. Exactamente. Or what do I know? Yeah, aren't you supposed to be the detective? This murder must have gone on the naughty list. Wait, maybe so. Holy shit. There must be something about it in the North Pole records, right? Someone has certainly been naughty, and this time the naughtiness might go all the way to the top. Let's head back to the data center and see what our suspects have been up to. We need to take a look at these naughty lists. I was just about done with them. What file would you like to see? Let's go top to bottom. Start with Krampus. Those hoof marks near the body were suspicious. There you go. Wait, he actually has hair. Does Krampus? I thought that Krampus was bald. John Krampus. John has been a truly redacted since redacted, and he is thought of as a redacted by those who know him. However, he is also often seen as they redacted, so no one could assume he redacted. In conclusion, redacted. Have the CIA thoroughly redacted every single fucking criminal, no, not criminal, every single clue in these fucking things? Hey, what's with all these censored texts? We need to redact some information, for national security. What about Santa's file or Mrs. Claus? All neatly redacted for the public. The government can't just release secret lists willy-nilly. They've censored everything. There must have been too many rich and powerful people on those lists. Movie stars, tech billionaires, and world leaders. I bet most of the US government was on the naughty list. Probably the president too. Of course they would try to hide their dirty deeds. Wait, there's something happening in the workshop. Come to the window. The elves look agitated. I wonder why. Surely the Delta F got them word. Maybe it's about the whole Krampus business. Wait, do the elves even know about the Krampus business? Let's just go with the excavator. Maybe it's about the excavator. They'll get it back, and they don't have to tell the kid receiving it that it was used to dig up corpses. Or, maybe hear me out here, Or maybe just nobody doesn't want the excavator. They should be proud that their antique wooden technology even works for exhuming expired elves. No, I think this is about something else. Wait, what the hell is Mrs. Claus doing here? Ah, Mrs. Claus has joined the party. They keep whispering suspiciously. Wait, why the hell is Rudolph here? And here comes the reindeer. He looks angry. What the fuck? He clearly has some strong words to the rest of them. I wonder what they're arguing about. Agent also redacted. You're needed in the workshop. Make sure that the crowd is controlled. Remind them that it's best to remain calm during a criminal investigation. Agent 2, yes sir. No worries, members of the Free Press. The CIA will handle this. There she is. Why is she holding those papers and waving them in everyone's faces? Obviously, they're everyone's naughty list files. It looks like she's threatening them or something. Yeah, she's clearly blackmailing them with their naughty list. Now, blackmail is such a dirty word. She's only making sure that no one spills any precious CIA beans. It's standard procedure. Once they understand, it's best to keep their mouths shut. We can leave. We should already be taking Santa's body to Area 51 before dissecting. Hey, we didn't say we're done yet. I agree. Yeah, we still want to take a look at the body. Still dead. I don't know why I expected anything else. Maybe this is for our investigation too. Well, at least I can help Mr. CIA lift the body out of here. Since when are you so helpful? Oh. Ever since a certain quantum levitation device came into my possession, I want to try it out. It was only attached by 64 screws. That's practically an invitation to take it. When did you have the bloody time? And also, that's a lot of fucking screws. Thanks, but we don't need any help. We must follow protocol and do this the proper CIA way. They don't call me Mr. Protocol for nothing. What fucking protocols does Scully follow? They don't call you Mr. Protocol. Exactly what I just said. One Santa coming up. Quite literally, I must add. What's all that under the body? Oh, it's clearly nothing. Ignore it. You know what? Let's go ahead and work on the throne first. I see exploding cigars. Syringes full of hallucinogens. Tuberculosis-infected underwear. Gross. Typical tricks that the CIA has used for their assassination attempts around the world. There's even some beard-removing pills they put in Castro's food to ruin his image. Let's not jump to any conclusions. Yeah, guys, come on. CIA agent is totally innocent here, guys. This one CIA agent in particular is innocent of these particular crimes, my guys. Okay? Alright? Okay. There are the letters in Santa's pocket. It looks like he was reading right before he died. Well, this is interesting. There are letters to Mrs. Claus written by Krampus. Holy shit, he knew. I believe these scribbles can tell us quite a bit about what has happened here. I think the pieces of this mystery are starting to fall into place. Ready for the party scene? Sure, let's do this. Yeah, yay, let's gather everyone here. I want everyone in the room so we can take this thing to a satisfactory conclusion. We will know who killed who after all this is done. You may be wondering why I called you all here. It probably has something to do with the murder. Yeah, why else? I found certain letters from Krampus to Mrs. Claus. Letters talking about hostile takeover plot. Wait, what, really? Mrs. Claus was planning to divorce Santa, get half of the North Pole and full custody of the elves. After that, she planned to bring Krampus to take Santa's place and continue the operation. What? No? And if Santa resisted, they had the dirt on him as well. I highly doubt that y'all are all surprised. Well, these guys are all surprised. His methods were far from legal, and not just all the sketchy surveillance he was doing. What the fuck was Santa doing? Oh, it's true, he wasn't the Santa I married anymore. He was nothing but a greedy soda mannequin? And a corporate puppet. The union-busting soda company forced him to kill that elf. They wanted full control of not just Santa's image, but the whole business. He bludgeoned the disobeying elf with a sack of coal. Ow! You don't want to use any of the CIA's things they've been leaving around Santa? You had to use a bloody coal? Also, who the hell took this picture? That explains the moss on Santa's shoe. He buried the body near the stables. Didn't the reindeer see anything? What were we gonna do? Santa was our boss, and a killer of employees who stirred up trouble. But we may have mentioned to the elves that we saw Santa doing some moss gardening at night. And we knew about Santa's marriage trouble. Of course we had to spy on everyone. Oh, really? You did? So you're the one that's just keeping... Everybody's keeping secrets around here. Bloody hell. So we took our worries to Mrs. Claus. She floated around the idea of us working for Krampus instead. It would have been an easier job. Krampus only needed 2 birch rods, a miscellaneous flagellation devices for the naughty, no electric gadgets. So you were all in the regime change. I would say so, yeah, this was 100% a coup by all party members. Yes, when Krampus contacted me, I felt that true Christmas spirit once again. I wanted everyone to feel it, but something happened. Let's go with Santa found the letters. Aha! But Santa found the letters. Yes, the plan was a takeover via divorce, but Santa discovered our correspondence. We didn't know what to do. Luckily, that's when the CIA showed up at our door. Always ready to help, ma'am. They said that Krampus had called them in as experts, not so democratic regime changes. We had to stop Santa before he did something hasty. The CIA encouraged us and promised us we would face no consequences. Wait, it was a group effort? Krampus wasn't even a part of this? Wait, no, was Krampus the one that was taking pictures? We took a sharpened candy cane when Santa was asleep on his throne and pushed it through his heart. Yes, 6 Semper Tyr... Now you're just saying big words. Are you having a stroke? We put the bottle caps there to warn the soda company not to mess with us again once Krampus was in charge. And we don't arrest someone for overthrowing a red dictator as you were citizens. Ah, yes, of course, we don't arrest people for killing commies, of course, yeah, great. Great old American truth? Great old American rules, laws? American laws dictate. We just need to clean up a bit of the incriminating evidence, Agent. See, those guys will protect us. But there's one thing you didn't know, Santa was already dead, huh? The CIA had pumped him full of various poisons and beard removing pills. Not to mention the exploding cigars stuck to several of his orifices. But why? They were on our side. Why indeed? Let's catch them outside and they can tell you themselves. Not so fast, agents. These fine citizens demand answers. You made them falsely believe they are murderers. In reality, all they did was desecrate a corpse with a candy cane. That's not a crime. If desecrating corpses is wrong, I don't want to be right. Oh, you're the living embodiment of desecration of corpses. Got it. Why did the CIA trick us? Maybe they killed Santa, but we all wanted the same thing. Ah, we wouldn't want to take all the credit. Wait, really? We're modest like that? I'll tell you why. Krampus is never gonna show. Yeah, where the fuck is Krampus? They needed to keep you quiet. If you thought you were killers, you couldn't ask too many questions. And you might have questions soon enough when the real Krampus never shows up. What? Yeah, the CIA killed Krampus. Wait, no, Santa was Krampus all along? Let's go with CIA killing both Santa Claus and Krampus. They murdered the Horned Devil to get rid of all potential usurpers of the throne. No, not my Krampadella Crampy. The nickname's getting too long, goddammit. No, we still haven't killed him. He's alive. Yep, staying out of trouble. I was just going through his file earlier. Wait, well then who in the hell put the hoof prints? Let's go with the Santa was Krampus all along. You thought you were murdering Santa, but in truth, you impaled Krampus, the very man you hoped would save you. And who was already dead? Killed by the CIA as established? It can't be. I would have recognized him. My husband never had hooves or horns, I wish. Of course, my last and final guess. The CIA wrote the letters. It was their plan all along. The letters were nothing but a honey trap, the oldest trick in the CIA handbook. Is it really? They wrote the love notes. No, we would never. Sure, let's threaten these guys who most definitely have more dirt on us than we do of them. You better confess, otherwise my partner will recite her own love. Oh, that's what you're. Oh yeah, they better confess. That poetry is so cringe. I would love. No, don't say you would love to. At least be embarrassed by it. Although technically it's not my poetry. Wait, what? I was channeling Shakespeare at a seance, you see. He should really get the credit. I don't think Shakespeare would write dirty limericks about the robot dominatrix of planet Nibiru. The stuff about mechanic hips and leather whips sounded exactly like your dream journal. Wait, why were you reading her dream journal? Hey, that's private. Okay, we don't need to hear about that. I'll have you know that it's just as good as Shakespeare's early stuff. Skip the recital, we wrote the letters. The real Krampus went to study accounting after his high school relationship with Mrs. Claus ended. He gave up Christmas Evil nonsense ages ago. He works as a compliance analyst in Eastern Bavaria. These days, he was never part of any of this. Gasp! But why did the CIA hatch this plot to kill Santa? Santa wanted off their agreement. It's all about getting the data for those guys. Oh, of course. Everybody knew that Santa had the dirt on every human on this planet. We tried to make Santa work for us, but he wasn't willing to share the information. What good is all that intel if you just use it for gift distribution one night in December? We could be distributing shock and awe around the world throughout the year. A proper right-wing junta, what the fuck is even a junta, would run this place more effectively. And share that sweet data of everyone's naughty deeds. Oh, but what about the flying gadget? The clean extraterrestrial flying technology that Santa was using would certainly interest several parties. If that device got into the wrong hands, they could really hurt the big oil companies. They're our biggest sponsor. Wait, seriously? Who'd buy oil then? Doesn't anyone think of shareholders anymore? Or the oil company board of directors, Christmas bonuses? Where's the spirit of giving? Yeah, where? On the plus side, if the fossil fuel lobby was naughty, they'd get a pile of coal from Santa. They could just burn that coal and make a profit. Santa didn't think that one through. Yes, that was a Christmas bonus of its own kind, but the flying technology should be locked in Area 51 with the rest of our alien tech. Wait, what do you mean by our alien tech? Let's go with out of their agreement too as well. Santa was a loose cannon. He had become a liability. Yes, after Santa made him kill that elf. Wait, after Big Soda made him kill that elf. He no longer felt comfortable in the deal they had. We worked very hard for that soda contract to force his loyalty, you know. But he had these childish ideas that he was supposed to serve the whole world. He wanted to go back on his old school Santa ways, as you put it. Oh, I miss those days. We all do. We couldn't have that. The US government, the US government decided it was best to annex the North Pole as a special interest zone. That's why we sold you the idea of Krampus as the real old school Santa. I guess last one's last. They wanted off the fucking naughty list. They've done a bunch of unsavory stuff and they had enough of never getting any Christmas presents. Well, it's not fair. We're just doing our job. The whole definition of naughty is horribly outdated. It's time to change it to something more modern. Sometimes it's necessary and nice to bomb a few civilizations so big companies can make a profit. Can't we just agree that naughty means poor? Oh, yeah, great, the very definition of naughty. Exactly, it's not naughty if it's good for democracy. Maybe don't do the air quotes on democracy. We're supposed to say that with a straight face. Okay, so the CIA had a bunch of reasons to kill Santa, but that doesn't make it right. Sure, he was running a worldwide espionage operation, ignoring international laws and evading privacy about 8 billion people. A bit of dictatorship, tyranny, and murder, stealing alien technology, and enslaving the locals in his sweatshop. Wait, the elves are locals? What the fuck? Who hasn't done that once or twice before, right, guys? Right? And looking at you, CIA. We dabble. Oh ho 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 ho, you did more than just dabble. Don't lowball yourselves here. Well, we found our killers and their motives. Another case neatly solved, right guys? I mean, we tend to use neatly pretty loosely. What do you think? We should leave now, Dell? About the future of Christmas, the global oil market, and judging the naughtiness of every human being in existence forever? Just about. And stuff of that variety, basically. Can we really resurrect Santa? We do have a necromancing amulet, you know. There are some hiccups with the living dead though. Santa would basically be a zombie. It doesn't affect me because I'm already dead. Plus I was bitten by a human at full moon, which made me immune to humanity. That's a long story. I'm pretty sure it is. Hey, we went through a lot of trouble to kill Santa, no zombies? Oh, come on, please. Well, if he's a zombie, we can probably make him do whatever we want. As long as he won't care where the surveillance data goes, we're golden. I mean, there are some pretty good points being spread around here, guys. Well, it's a one-use amulet. We'll have to go back to Witch Mountain to recharge it. That place is horrible this time of year. Probably cold as well. We'll swing by later. Maybe around Easter, we can get a new amulet to fix Santa up then. See you in a couple months and figure something out for this Christmas. I guess we can fight without Santa? Wait, no, do the flight without Santa? Well, then who'd be delivering the presents? Yes, the flight. Hey, that's our technology. How are we ever gonna deliver presents now? Just believe in yourselves, that's the true meaning of Christmas. I thought that magic was the true meaning of Christmas. That thing belongs in a museum? I mean, our secret alien tech lab? Yeah, there you go. No worries, we won't give it to anyone. Yeah, it gives us an edge over all other journalists, detective duos, and detective duos. So we want to keep it for ourselves. A very valid reason. Gotta go now. We're in a rush to get to the Bermuda Triangle before anyone else. We just heard a rumor that the Loch Ness Monster has been spotted there. We have a bone to pick with that guy? Why? See you around in the next adventure. Oh, cool. End of story. We did it! And we flew off into the Northern Lights. Hooray. And the end. Well, that has been Yuletide Regicide, a game about finding out who killed Santa and finding out that Krampus has long since retired from his Krampus duties, and that the CIA has been doing their usual stuff these days, even during the holidays. Does the CIA ever even get a day off? Anyways, yeah, that has been this bloody video and this bloody game. So yeah, that will be it. Till next time. See ya, guys.